What's up everybody, Cam here. So this video is going to be a little different than what we're normally creating, and this is going to be for a brand new channel. So this is just going to be called the Cameron Behind the Scenes Show. I really don't know what to call it yet. I'm going to let the show kind of come with time, and that's kind of the purpose of this, is to show people that you don't really need to know where you're at with social media when starting, and the most important thing for you to do is to start. The most valuable thing that you could do is have started 2 years ago. So if you haven't started then, start today, because that's the next best thing. But me personally, I've been in the content media space for over 15 years, so I have learned a thing or two, and in the last couple of years we've been able to get over 100 million views for our clients alone. So I do know a thing or two when it comes to creating short form content and creating viral short form content. So I want to be able to give all of that information back to you guys. So this is something that I wish I had accessible to me when first starting. It's going to be super raw. It's going to be just like me talking to the camera. I'm probably going to open up ChatGPT in different parts, and you're going to be like, Cameron, like, how are you doing this? Like, you're a creative. Doesn't ChatGPT destroy that? There's like two ways of thinking about it. Like, you can either be the one who's using AI, destroying everybody else, but in reality, just maximizing your success, or you can be the one sitting on the sidelines complaining, slowly depleting, kind of losing to everybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and from this point on start my voice mode, because I use this all the time when I'm planning content. And what we're going to do today is kind of go in depth on the first bit of how I think about content creation and what I think about when it comes to strategy. So hey ChatGPT, I'm recording a YouTube video live right now, and you're going to be part of the demo, so don't think of anything I've said up until this point. The goal of this strategy is to teach business owners how my brain works and how I think and how I talk to AI, to be able to structure my thinking when it comes to content creation for business owners. So I think one big question, and the number one question that I get asked, is, hey Cameron, what's it going to take to be successful? Hey Cameron, what's it going to take to get views from this? Hey Cameron, why aren't I getting views? Hey Cameron, I'm not growing. And it's really easy for me to understand, and it's really easy for other creators to understand, but it's not so easy to understand if you don't think and compare. And I think that's something that people are told not to do, but I think it's something that's very important in business, and you do it within your business when it comes to the service offering. So why not do it within your marketing strategies as well? So what I mean by that is, these people are posting 1 video a week, max 3 videos a week. The best people are posting 5 videos a week and maybe getting 10 followers a week off of these posts. And they want to be getting hundreds of followers a week, or even thousands of followers a week. And the way to do that is to look at people who are getting this type of growth, like an Alex Hormozy, anybody in that 300K to a million range, and they're going to be posting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times a day. They're normally posting 48 pieces of content across their platforms every single day. And most people are like, well, then I can't and I shouldn't be creating content. And maybe you shouldn't if you can't think that far into it, but there are strategies to be able to do that at scale. Aren't as hard as one would think, or wouldn't be as hard as one would think. And the best way to do that, and I believe the best way to strategically and the most cost-effective way of doing that, is through podcasting, because it's really just setting up a camera, having a good microphone, having your computer here to record it all, and then merging that, uploading that, and then using AI tools to be able to pull the best clips. So I know a lot of people use systems like Opus Clip, but what I like to do is take it one step further and do like this manual AI hybrid, where I know how to pull clips. So what I do is I look at a transcript, and I take that transcript and I give it and feed it to AI, and I'm asking it for the most interesting parts of these conversations. Then I personally will review these parts of the content and pull the clips. And then I'll run it through AI softwares where I can add captions, different videos, and then I'll use AI softwares to generate the photos that I'm using within it and turn those photos into videos so they're a little bit more engaging and interesting to look at. But these are little tricks that I do, and add sound effects and add all of these different layers within these videos to make them more interesting and engaging. But unless you can create a system, and a systemized system, and a little bit of an automated system, and a hybrid offset system where all you're doing is showing up to shoot your podcast once a day or 5 times every Friday, you should be able to be pumping out 30 videos every day. And I know I went from saying you shouldn't be posting 1 video a day to now you should be posting 30 videos a day. But that's the reality that we live in today with AI, that if you want success from your business, that's what you need to be doing, because the content gets filtered out. So if you want to be hitting everybody, you have to be blasting that content so that everybody at least sees one piece of content. And then if you do that over the course of 90 days and you do it right, people will start remembering your face. People will really start following you. People will really start following you after the first 7 days of increasing the content output. A lot of people are going to unfollow you, but those are the people that you don't want following you anyways.
Your strategy of leveraging AI for content creation and focusing on volume is solid. Consistency and scale key in today's content landscape. Some folks might find the idea of 30 videos a day daunting, but your hybrid approach makes it manageable. The key is showing how it's achievable with the right systems and tools. Great stuff.
I think take that whole system one step further. What I would do is I would outsource most of the in-house editing to a team overseas because it's much, much cheaper. You can get editing down to like $7 an hour as long as you can offer people 40 hours worth of work. If not, you're going to be paying $13, $15, $20 per video edit. But what you need to do is you need to come up with a style. You need to come up with a family compilation of what the brand is supposed to look, feel aesthetically within your content videos, within carousels, within every part of your online marketing, and then find one person overseas at a cost-effective price to help hybrid automate these processes where you pay for all of the AI tools and you pay for all the subscriptions, but you have them utilizing them for you. And then whatever you can automate, like text-based stuff, planning, all of the stuff for their work, automate that because it's going to save you more money and it's going to make them work faster. Therefore, you spend less money. So the whole game is to get the cost as low as you can and create as effective systems as you can for lead generation. Like one of the biggest tools that I make sure to have set up before I even create content is a lead generation capture system. So you need a lead magnet tool that gets people's email, phone number, and name when they land on your page, because if you don't have that set up, you're not going to even be able to convert one person. So what's very important to be thinking about before you even create content is, what is my lead magnet? And most people are like, don't create content if you're not looking to make money. But business owners like me and you are getting into content creation because they know they need to, or else their business will die. So what you guys should be thinking about is lead magnets, and you need to create 3 to 5 lead magnets for your business. It could be a buyer's seller's guide. It could be a guide for the colors if you're a paint store. It could be a breakdown butcher shop of like the best recipes. It can be a cookbook. It could be the best training techniques. It can really be anything that you can give away completely for free that you can build into a PDF or an ebook. But make sure that this ebook is giving better information than what your competitors are selling. Because if you can do that, if you can make your free stuff better than your competitors' paid stuff, people are going to start taking interest in your paid stuff, and people are going to want to know what your paid stuff is like. If your free stuff is that good, they're going to want to opt into your paid stuff. And that's why people like content, and that's why people buy from content, because they like the quality and they like what they're getting from the free stuff. They want to know what that paid stuff looks like. So build a lead magnet, and then once you have that lead magnet, build an automated system around it so that it will automatically send out emails every time somebody subscribes to that lead magnet. So what I mean by that is, make sure you have an email drip campaign set up for each lead magnet specific, for each group of people specific to that lead magnet, that sends out an 8-week drip campaign or a 90-day drip campaign or a 365-day drip campaign, so that you're constantly hitting people. And then set up an AI to watch the open rates. And then based on the open rates and based on which posts they're opening and having high amounts of watch time on those emails, send more emails like that and add more value as much as possible in an automated way that you can scale this to a wide audience. Because one thing you're not going to think about is how many people you're doing free things for. So you want to make all of your free stuff automatic. So within those email newsletters, in order to capture people to actually want to do business with you, you're going to have some sort of Calendly built into each one of those email newsletters. So having that built into the system is very important. If you want to take this one step further, you can set up text responses. So as soon as somebody subscribes, you can start texting them value, trying to get them on a call. You can also call them as soon as this comes in. If you want to take this one step further, you can start running ads to your lead magnets. But what is very important to do is create a bunch of organic content first, figure out what works, and then use that as your ad pointing at your lead magnet. Because what's very important for you to know is what you need to be talking about and who your dream viewer is. So for example, for me with my YouTube channel, I'm going to be just completely honest with you guys. My audience, my dream audience is me as a 16, 17, 18-year-old business entrepreneur who's very, very interested and intrigued in business. Because if I can show them how to make $10,000 in the next 90 days, which is very, very difficult for a starter, beginner business owner. But me, somebody who's been in it for 7, 8, 9, 10 years in this e-com space, it's very, very easy for me to scale something to that amount very quickly using my network. So the goal of these content videos is to motivate people, is to get people inspired. And then on a higher level, I have a course, I have a group, I have some sort of lead magnet that's free to get people's emails, phone numbers, and names. And then from there, I have a paid offer, which is just a course, something like that, because I want to reach a mass audience. But what you guys want to be doing is if you want to be selling services to a local audience, is you want to be able to book calls with you directly to be able to provide as much value as possible, basically. And that's how you keep a streamlined flow of business coming in from your content. And that wasn't even like important to this whole conversation of content strategy, but it's important to have one of those set up before getting into content, because then you know what to create your content about, you know the audience to create for, and now that leads us to the next area, content pillars, and what to be talking about in our content, so that we can now identify video titles, create YouTube videos, create Instagram content, and create repurposable content. That takes us back to the podcasting. So you kind of want to make every YouTube video first and theme it based off of what your thumbnail is going to look like and your title is going to look like. So for this video here, I know it's going to be me exploding with ideas and holding some money, or at least that's what the first idea of the thumbnail variation is going to look like. And then from there, it says how to make a $1 million business or a 6-figure business using a content system. And I know what I need to be talking about to get you guys excited enough to trust that what I said is what I said you were going to get in my thumbnail and in my title. Because in the first 2 minutes of the video, you're going to decide if what you clicked on is what you were expecting to watch, and if you have enough interest to continue watching. But those are the things you want to think about your viewers before even creating content. Because if you're not thinking about these things, you're already behind the 8 ball. Now that next thing is going to be getting some gear. You could be using your iPhone, you could be using a microphone. Just make sure you have high quality audio. The video could be mediocre. I know many people who built audiences to over millions of followers with just a webcam on their laptop, but their audio was always peak with a $300-400 microphone. So invest into that. And that next thing that you're going to want to do is find a way and an organized system to house your ideas, like a Notion dashboard. And if you want our Notion dashboard, we have one that's completely free, and you can go down below and get that in the description of this video. So is there anything else I should cover within this video to get people going with their content strategy? Because I don't want to make these videos too long. I want them to be very actionable, and I want somebody to watch this video, pause, take as much notes as possible. But after this video, go and plan out their content strategy for the next year, and not complain that they're not getting views, but just post as much content for the next 90 days until they have like 500 videos out. And then they can go look back at all 500, see which videos got a lot of views, because I know 10 of them will get at least 10,000 views. And that's enough to get the spark in someone to know that you're a creator. And then from there, just double down on what you did in those videos that got lots of views and do more of that and repeat the process, and then check it again 6 months later. And then every 90 days, you can now start checking in, because now you have an audience. And now just don't stop creating and be consistent, and you'll have success with it. Basically, patience is key. I built an audience of over 80,000 subscribers when I was 14. It took 2 years to do, but I was able to do it because I came home from school every day, made a video, posted it to YouTube, and over the first 90 days, I got no views. But after that, one video took off, and that one video is all it took to get me into Skype calls, and then everybody promoting my videos from there to now get me to a point where I was getting hundreds of thousands of views on each video on YouTube. And that is unbelievable at 14 and 2014. So if you guys want more content like this one, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because it's only going to be behind the scenes talks like this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name's Cam, and as always, we'll see you guys later. ChatGPT, do you have any final things you want to say to the audience?
Thanks, Cam. Hey everyone, remember that consistency and patience are your best friends on this journey. Keep experimenting, stay true to your vision, and the results will If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for
Okay.
more behind the scenes.
Thank you so much, ChatGPT. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.